So talk to me about the cheating instances that happened this past summer.
Going from the Air Force life, he was in there for 10 years, and previously married, to civilian life, into my life, being a single mom with 3 boys, was very devastating to him. And when I say devastating, that's an incorrect word. Overwhelming.
Okay.
I felt that he would have acclimated better than he did.
Why do you say that?
Because we connected. We were like, we are soulmates. He's an amazing, beautiful human. I just don't know if he was ready for my fast-paced world. I'm a decade older than him.
Okay.
So I'm 41.
Yeah.
He's 31.
Okay.
Our birthdays are 7 days apart.
Okay. What happened in July?
He started, okay, so that was last July. For a year, until the July that we're speaking of, when he started cheating, he was drinking.
Drinking.
That was his way of escaping reality. So July 14th, I hear a knock on my door, and it's police officers, and he put a restraining order against me.
He put one against you?
Yeah, he kicked the boys and I out of the house that I had previously bought prior to him and moved him and his kids into.
That's extreme. Was there something else going on in between that time? Were you two fighting?
We were we were fighting.
Arguing.
He would leave, arguing, fighting. He would leave. He would come back. At no point did I ever speculate that he would cheat on me.
So how many times did he cheat on you?
So it was 3 times with 2 girls.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with the first gal, well, he's not our boy. He's a 19-year-old kid that we allowed to stay with us. Him and my 13-year-old had walked in and recorded it.
Recorded him having sex with another woman?
He had just finished on our couch.
So they caught video of him getting still naked with this woman also naked on the couch.
She had a shirt on.
She had a shirt on.
On my couch.
Was that the first time you knew that he had cheated?
That was the first time he cheated. It was really challenging. We rearranged our furniture in our house. Like, I tried to recreate this space in our home because the second girl that he did was in our foyer, and I laid the tile in that house. I literally built that house for the boys.
He had sex in your foyer? On your tile?
Yeah.
So you catch him cheating. He puts a restraining order on you?
He put a restraining order on me prior to cheating.
Okay.
And so I had to fight with the courts to get my home back, because now my boys and I are displaced.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, again, this is a home that I had built for my children prior to meeting him.
Yeah.
So that was very devastating. Come to find out later, time had gone on, and the restraining order was squashed. He still was proceeding to drink. He had left his vehicle running and his phone unlocked. But I saw some pop-ups of this girl. It's like, you treat me like a queen, thank you so much. And that was really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And so I called her, and she answered. And we had a great conversation. Honestly, she pretended, she's like, oh yeah, I see you all the time. I'm at the store, and I know about her boys, and she never gave me any inclination that there was anything going on. They were just friends. But I didn't bring up the text message that I saw about being treated like a queen. So then I approached Brandt about it. And I I totally lied. And I was like, this girl told me this, this, and this. And he's like, you're right, I did do that.
Okay.
And then I lost my
How did you reconcile after the cheating?
It's not easy. And that's kind of what I'm here for, because I unconditionally love my husband.
Got it. And you're back together now, right?
We are, correct.
And he's still drinking?
No. Oh, no.
He stopped drinking?
He went to rehab.
Okay. And so how long has he been sober now?
So he got out of rehab on September 15th. So it hasn't been very long.
So about 3 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone, let's see what Brandt has to say about all this. So welcome, Brandt, to the show. Hey, thanks for being here. Good to meet you. Yeah, great to meet you. Yeah. Okay. So how do you feel about everything that was just said?
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
Yes, sir.
So why did you sleep with these other women?
I was self-sabotaging, and there was no want or lust after those women. I just, not thinking clearly I was drinking heavy
Okay.
at that time. I mean, over the past time even before that. There's times that I don't remember certain things, and so yeah, I just not good decisions I would never make in my life. I was making throughout my drinking period.
Makes sense. So you're sober now?
I'm sober.
Congratulations. Yeah. So do you think these women were giving you something that you're missing from Ashlee?
No. Not at
Nothing.
all.
Okay. So talk to me about this restraining order.
Well, she's a very persistent woman, like very persistent. And when she sets her mind on something, she goes for it. I mean, she spent hours and hours, probably at this time, weeks of accumulative research on how to help me. And I knew she wasn't gonna give up on me. And meanwhile, all I can feel is I'm bringing this amazing woman down. And so that's why I did the restraining order. Like, well, if she can't talk to me, then she'll move on and she'll be happy.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't. That's the thing. I wasn't making any decisions at that time that were making sense.
So how did you two get back together?
Well, communication a little bit, like talking about it.
Did she get upset learning new information? Yeah,
At times.
Yeah.
Yeah, at times.
That is the truth.
So how have y'all been in this time period of sobriety? Are y'all still arguing? Is there any issues? Other than when you get triggered?
Other than we get triggered, no.
Yeah. But you get triggered often, which makes sense.
So when you say often, my often and your often might be different.
What's your often?
When he tries to make out with me on the couch, can't do that.
Yeah.
There will be times when we're in the kitchen because our foyer, when you walk through our front door, leads right into our kitchen.
Well, that's often for me, and the reason I say that is because I knew it has to be a lot, because all the infidelity happened in the home. So no matter when you walk through, it's recent.
The energy.
And the energy is going to be there. You're going to look and see that. It's up there.
It's a mental wreckage.
Yeah, it has to be. Have you acknowledged really what she could be feeling with this betrayal?
I have.
And what do y'all talk about?
I don't have responses or reactions. I kind of just, like, I'm trying to, because I understand, like, she's going to have emotions and feelings about it, and it's fair to her, like, she needs to get those out.
Have you thought about divorce?
We've used the word, divorce is such a nasty word. And in my opinion, when somebody uses the word divorce, I think of it as imagine the other person dying.
Yeah.
Because when you get a divorce, you don't get to call that person, talk to that person, they're gone.
Yeah.
And I already almost lost Brandt from drinking once. I had to call his family and tell him, like, we're not sure if he's going to make it.
Yeah.
I know that feeling of losing him.
Of course, of course. But the betrayal has been deep enough that you've thought about it.
No.
You haven't thought
We
about
just
it.
use it in, I use it in almost like threatening way.
I get it. You got to speak your truth. I understand what you're saying about the death and that it might not be a real possibility.
Yeah.
What I think I'm trying to establish here is that I understand that you want to be with this man. There's a protection of what happened and a protection of him that is not allowing you to actually have the validation of what you experienced so that you can actually heal.
That's what I want to work on.
Yes, but that starts off by here when I ask you these questions about, like, divorce. I'm not saying you want to get divorced. I'm not even going to suggest that. I see how close you're holding your man. So I know you are like, I lost you once, I don't want to lose you again.
Correct.
But you also have to be real with yourself of saying, this was
Oh, it's
hurt. And I know you get spicy. And I'm using your terms.
yeah.
But the thing was that we called on the show about your betrayal.
right.
And I don't think you're acknowledging it enough. I think you let it
You're
build
right.
up.
Yep.
And you let it come out.
Yep.
And that's the unhealthy part,
And
which
then
you
I
know.
harbor it again.
And you harbor it
And
again.
then it builds up.
And it
then
builds
I
up.
harbor it. And
But the way to get over that is just to let it be fluid. If you keep blocking the river with this dam and then, like, the water gets backed up, then of course you're going to burst. You got to let those feelings continuously flow. Like, you found your man. You didn't even find him. Your kids found him, which cuts even a little bit deeper. As a parent, if my child caught the man that I'm in love with, there's a bit of embarrassment, there's a bit of a shame, there's a bit of guilt.
Huge.
All these things. And I know you felt that. And they're natural. And I don't think you're allowing yourself to let those feelings flow all the time because, again, you're in protection mode. You're in caretaker mode. You're in I love you mode. I want you to be better. But I don't think there's enough time being spent on you being better.
There's not.
I want to empower you to know the betrayal you're feeling, if you don't continue to let that stream flow of knowing that you deserve for your feelings to be heard consistently. Again, you're talking about 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Then you will never get over it. You will always be triggered, and they will always come out as outbursts. And when they come out as outbursts, you won't heal.
That's what that is what is happening right now.
I know.
I'm outbursting.
I
So
know. I know.
You have to allow me to do that.
I have no problem
And you
with that.
can't stop me when I do these things.
You don't call that little girl ever again.
I've always been the one
Don't ever
walking.
talk to her. Don't ever talk to her ever again. And the next time you see her wanting to talk to her, you say, hang up that phone. Hang up that
Well, I
phone.
actually did make him call her and apologize to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made him call her on speakerphone and apologize to her for being
And
kind
now let
of
me tell
drunk.
you what should have happened. Let me tell you what should have happened in that situation. He should have
Initially.
just been apologizing to you, and her feelings. I'm sorry. This is not her feelings in this moment don't matter to me. She decided to come into your home, where I'm sure you have beautiful family photos, and look at your family photos and have sex with your man. Her feelings don't matter. You deserve to start, in order to get over this betrayal, not worry about anybody else, not talk to these people. You've given him the support and love that he deserves and needs so that he can know that his woman's gonna be by his side. You've given him that. You've given him that, but now it's time for you to get that. If I can leave you with any advice today as we leave, is that I want you to start to practice allowing your feelings to flow and for you to put yourself first. And you deserve it. And the same grace you're giving him is the same grace you have to give yourself, and you have to be first.
That's what I
You
need to
have
do.
to be first. I appreciate you for coming here and allowing her to be able to talk about these things openly and having the confidence as a man to stand by her and not gaslight her, you made your mistake, you're owning your mistake, and you're doing the work to get better, and I appreciate that. But right now,
I do want this to be about her.
yeah, good. Look at that.
All of it.